My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. This episode is going to be unique in a fashion, being that this is going to be the first episode in quite a long time. I want to say about 4 years now. Without any assistance from caffeine. So, that's going to be a different experience for me, and is probably going to wind up in me having a headache and complaining about it over the course of this, but hey, I gotta fix this sleeping schedule. Seeping schedule? Yes, it's the schedule upon which I express fluid. Daily? Daily. Ooh! Steve Joseph Misplay is already at 4. Well done. Diverse? Cards are not restricted by your character. Midas, enemies drop 200% more gold, but you cannot upgrade cards at rest site. And Night, terrors, resting at rest sites, heals for 100% of your HP, but costs 5 max HP. So I basically want to avoid rest sites, because I can't upgrade there, and resting there is going to be a negative for me. Most of the time. Alright. So how many elites can we get here in the early? 2 max. Okay. This early game is just going to be the silence early game, but I'm looking to take this on a hard left as soon as I possibly can. How about we make this into an orb build or something like that? I don't know. Just let's get wacky with it. Pommel Strike, Rebound, Ball Lightning. What builds from the defect would be good in the Silent? Because the Silent has the ability to defend quite well. The Silent has access to footworks and after image and a lot of weakening tools. So the Silent can defend themselves quite well. So they could just run a lightning stack build or a dark stack build and be quite pleased with it. I don't think I want to take any of these at the moment though. How early is my first elite? It's quite a while away. Okay, we can skip this one. Oh, I should have taken that, of course. I should have gone for that because 5 curses in the deck, and then we get a score modifier for it. For our troubles, our myriad troubles. Awesome. Easily set up and slotted. Strength potion. Well, this is just a normal choice. I'm going to take Leg Sweep just because it's ridiculously powerful. Unfortunately, if our first elite happens to be the Gremlin Knob, I'm probably going to regret that. But at the very least, against the Gremlin Knob, we're going to have the Strength Potion in our back pocket. We're probably not going to perfect that first elite. We don't really have anything set in our build yet. Deadly Poison. I think it's just Deadly Poison. We are going to have a lot of difficulty playing that Clash because we've got the Leg Sweep that's already an expensive skill in our hands. I'm going to take Deadly Poison, see if we can make this a poison build. Which is just a wildly unexciting way to play a diverse Silent daily, but I guess we're going to be looking for the things in other characters' repertoires that can assist us in defending ourselves while we do the poison build. This is a problem. Because spot weakness is rough, right? It's for a strength build. Cool-headed is 1 energy, draw 1 card for us. Because we're not really going to be able to consistently increase the power of those frost orbs or evoke them at will. So it's like 2 block every turn. Like, it's tiny. I think I have to turn all of these down. I think I make my case much worse against elites if I had taken any of those. I'm going to use a strength potion here as well because I think it's going to be necessary. Okay. I didn't think I was going to be able to kill that frontliner. I was setting up for a leg sweep there, but we can. Okay. I mean, this is going a lot better than I thought it was going to. Yeah, that's about as well as I thought it was. Oh, come on. I'm just short of being able to kill it. And of course, I can't use the poison potion because the enemy already has some artifacting on it, which negates debuff, including poison. So I don't have the ability to remove that, unfortunately. I'm going to take so little damage in this fight, but I'm still going to miss the perfect. That is... Oh, that's rough. That hurts. Okay. I could actually just pass 2 turns right now and wait for the enemy to die, and in fact will. Oh gosh. Paper Crane. Enemies with weak deal 50% less damage rather than 25% less damage. That has just reinforced the leg sweep as being the correct choice, and now Malaise is as well. Backup preparation at the start of each combat. Draw 2 additional cards. So our opening hand is now 9 large. Toxic Egg. Whenever you add a skill card to your deck, it is upgraded, and we can buy it. And then there's Reinforced Body as well. I think I take Reinforced Body. And Deep Breath, and then I'm going to remove a card. I do need to get some more poison in this build right now, though. Yeah, unfortunately... No, I could have avoided that. That's my bad. Alright, we're going to take some damage here, but it's okay. It's very little. Alright, leg sweep. Basically keep me safe forever, but I can also do it without the leg sweep so that I can get 2 strikes in. And now a weakened single strike will kill that. Awesome. Reinforced Body is going to be really good because Reinforced Body is effectively like pass turn back to you. And doing that in a poison build is excellent because passing that turn is giving yourself another turn for your poison to tick and stack. Tools of the Trade versus Headbutt versus Whirlwind. If we'd taken Spot Weakness, we would now take Whirlwind, but we haven't taken Spot Weakness, so we're now not going to take Whirlwind. Is my poison card in that hand? I could have sworn it wasn't. I was about to say, between weakness and our quite strong defensive cards that we have in our deck, I was thinking we were probably going to be able to get away with some cool stuff in this fight. Okay. Perfect. Only 6 damage needs to be inflicted this turn, and then we'll perfect the fight, and that will do it. Calibers. At the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. That makes our choice of Reinforced Body a lot better, as well as Leg Sweep, because we can defend ourselves to the point of gaining that Caliper bonus for the next turn, as well as a Explosive Potion. Recycle, Sunder, Poison Stab. I'm actually considering Poison Stab right now, just as another way to get some poison into this build, because it's currently not really forthcoming. I think that's probably a bad idea, though. Blur and Cloak and Dagger and... Oh, there's Apotheosis. Damn it. Blind! Apply 2 weak to all enemies. Weaken an AoE. It's... weaken an AoE as well as having Paper Crane. Forget about it. Forget about it. There we go. That's what I wanted. But we'll use the Malaise instead. As much as I wanted the poison to be the first thing that I did, the Malaise is actually way more important. I suddenly realized. Deadly Poison, Defend Strike. Awesome. So basically, prioritize defending ourselves, then poison. Now we defended for the next turn as well. Hell yes. Okay, we need that poison to stack higher. It's really unfortunate we couldn't get that Apotheosis, by the way. I'm going to be hung up on that for a while, because that Apotheosis would have replaced the need to upgrade any cards in our entire deck. Whereas now we still have a bunch of cards in our deck that we will probably never upgrade. Right. Enemy's gonna be weak until the day it dies. Hopefully soon. This is what I was worried about. A turn like this where I just have no defenses in hand and I didn't play a large defense the previous turn. Well, I don't even get to block that turn, unfortunately. That's really annoying. That's just a bad draw. This deck has more defensive cards than it has anything else. Defense, not really, but that's draw. That burns out of the deck. That's a defensive card, defensive card, defensive card. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then quote-unquote 9 out of 17, and one of them burns itself out of our deck. So the deck is majority defensive. So not having a defensive card at the right time there was really unfortunate. That should have been Strike Reinforced Body, because I didn't actually guarantee any defense for myself next turn out of doing it differently. So that's the second Inferno. We lived through both. Without the... Ow, 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 ow. Without the Malaise, we would be dead long ago. Just need more poison. It can't be in Venom, because we don't actually deal our poison. We don't deal many direct hits to the enemy. Like, we have 5 in a deck of 17 again, in play 16. So that's not how we do it. I think it's Echo Form. Alright, can no longer obtain potions. I'm gonna need the extra energy. Okay, again, we've got a maximum of 2 elites on this floor, unfortunately. I'm always keen for more, but the game isn't particularly keen to give those to me. Alright. I'm going to set it up like that just so that the enemy is weakened for a ridiculous amount of turns. Which also buys us a free turn to Malaise. Okay. Echo, Blind, Deadly Poison. So the Echo is effectively just doubling up our Deadly Poison. That's the... like, I hesitate to say the whole point behind it, but it's definitely a significant part of the point behind it. Also, because if we ever play a reinforced body after an Echo form, we're defended for just like a couple years after that, which is nice. It's just nice to be completely defended for a couple years. Poison Potion versus True Grit Skim Flex. I think we can take a Skim in this deck as well. It's effectively just a backflip for us, right? Upgraded backflip. We need to remove the unupgraded cards from this deck. I really think we just remove strikes. I'm probably going to be using the explosive potion in this battle because I do want to keep my money if I can. But I recognize that that is going to be tough. Yeah, especially without the Echo form early. Yeah, we needed a really aggressive hand there to have any possibility here. I think we're probably screwed. Oh no, we're fine. It's the upgraded strike. That'll do it. Perfect. Intimidate versus Chaos versus Turbo. Well, Intimidate is effectively just a exhaust version of Blind, right? We don't need a second version of Blind. No longer become weakened. Birdface Urn, whenever you play a power, heal by 2 HP. I think it's Birdface Urn, but it might be Sadistic Nature. Whenever you play a debuff to an enemy, they take 3 damage, because we're going to weaken our enemies a lot. And we're going to apply debuffs a lot. You know what? I want to take Sadistic. Because the upgrade on Sadistic isn't even that huge. The upgrade on Sadistic is it goes from 3 to 4, which isn't that significant. So I feel like we're still getting kind of the best part of it. Especially if Sadistic gets played twice. Courtesy of... I should have used the deep breath there. That's my bad. Courtesy of any sort of... like a form that has... like an auditory repetition? If only there was something like that. And blocked forever. Gotta make sure to continue stacking my block because we are actually benefiting from the calipers right now. It's just really unfortunate how little damage we do. I should have doubled up that deadly poison rather than the neutralize there. Better ongoing damage that way. That said, just with Echo Form and the Echo Form calipers and the reinforced body, we're in a position where it's basically impossible to deal damage to us anymore. We have transcended damage. I'm not going to skim, because if I skim and happen to end up drawing the deadly poison, I was going to be pretty sad about it. As it turns out, that wasn't going to happen, but hey, I couldn't have known that at the time. Alright. Lock forever. I need more inevitability in this build. It's a concept that I talk about, especially as characters that aren't the defect, because the defect kind of has inevitability built in. But the concept in general just holds that if a fight was to completely stall, are you still going to win? I understand the definition of completely stall there is kind of being destroyed. But if you were in a certain position where all attacks and defenses are equal, will you eventually overcome your enemy? Right? Rampage is inevitability. Claw is inevitability. Both of them ramp up ridiculously. Demon Form is inevitability. Noxious Fumes is inevitability. Because, like, just think about the game in the long sense, and if something has gotten ridiculous rather than you're just trading blows and you end up winning, then there's inevitability going on there somewhere. We don't really have any of that currently. I'm sad about it. The Deadly Poison is supposed to be that. It's not doing it. Yeah. I'm just gonna take damage here, and I'm just gonna accept that because I'm gonna have difficulty killing this Slaver. So I kind of had to throw in as much damage as I possibly could there. See, now we've gotten to the point that, yay, we've transcended damage, but it's a bit late. Haven't perfected the fight. Double strike that back line before we deep breathe. And yes, I know I said deep breathe, and I know that the card is deep breath. Don't worry. I know how to spell breathe and breath. I say it differently because it comes off as really, really stilted to say, and now we'll deep breath. It sounds wrong. Just because it could be a sentence, but it's just wrong. It's in the uncanny valley of sentences. So instead I say, and now we'll deeply breathe, and now we'll deep breathe. Because that makes more sense as a sentence. Not still a bunch of sense, granted, but more. We need some way to basically just come into fight with the Echo Form played. Which would be ridiculously OP, but we need to be able to play it more readily than we currently are. There we go. Finally, the Deadly Poison doing work. Alright. Regal Pillow, as well as Quick Slash, Melter, and Feed. I already have 2 legendaries in this deck. I'm basically not competing for score at this point. If I wanted to compete for score, I would need to not have either of these legendaries so that I would have Pauper, and then start working on Highlander stacks. But especially in a diverse build, it's really difficult to get Highlander stacks because there's that many different cards that you're drawing from. Alright. I'm glad that picked up Echo Form, because there's no point from now on in this fight where I will be capable of playing Echo Form, so I'm glad that it turned up at exactly the last turn I could have afforded it. Yeah, I'm just gonna pitch in a bunch of extra damage there. I need Noxious Fumes in this deck, damn it! I love how this reinforced body thing is working. I'm really, really, really pleased about that. Having a Echo Form into an upgraded Malaise is also gonna be pretty ridiculous. That's some fun that I'm keeping an eye out for. Alright. Again, just pump a bunch of debuffs in. I didn't end up perfecting the first boss either. Yeah, we're not competing for score at all. Oh, wow. Yeah, score is a foreign concept to us right now, basically. You can have this one, Stijos misplays, as well as every consequent one. Because, I'm never really gonna beat you on this scoreboard, unfortunately. Dodge and roll is already upgraded, and that's a lot of defense. Yeah. Oh, yes. Just yes. Perfect. Alright. Double up on that leg sweep. Oh, double up on sadistic nature as well. Something I've already been talking about. This is your turn off attacking as well. Well, my biggest hope was to double up on Malaise. Because at that point, the enemy actually would not be able to touch me. Blade Dance? I mean, I can double play Blade Dance. It's a hell of a lot of cards you get to play. If we had, like... If we had After Image, double playing Blade Dance would be ridiculous. So an Echo-formed Blade Dance would be 1 energy in order to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different cards. So that's 8 block, as well as, 24 damage. Just 1 card. Omamori, negate the next 2 curses you obtain? Sure. Here I'll actually take the max HP, because I am kind of terrified that I'm going to run out of max HP. Awesome. Take regret there, though. I could have had 3 curses by this point if I'd picked up every curse. Yeah. That's actually exactly why I played that, by the way. I wanted to get Echo Form out. That is to say that I played the skim so that I could try and draw Echo Form and then play it, because basically, again, it's a situation of if I don't play it in that first turn, I'm not playing Echo Form in this fight. Now, I still have in my deck Sadistic Nature, and I can double up on that as well. Awesome. Alright, now we're covered. Completely blocked for this turn, and Manny to come. That was a big malaise there as well. Still not enough. Alright, I'm basically just trying to get this guy as poisoned as possible. Don't really care about the rest of the minions on board. Ooh, I get to keep 1 block. Hell yeah. Give me Reinforced Body. You did, but I actually don't need it, because I've already got lethal. Alright. Anchor started combat with 10 block. That is actually possibly going to bring us into a position where we are comfortable. Ninja Scroll started combat with 3 shivs in hand. Not going to want to take that. So the reason I'm not going to want to take that is because I already have Ring of Snake and Bag of Preparation. So the Ninja Scroll is going to put 1 shiv in my hand and 2 shivs in my discard pile. Drawing those shivs at any point is going to be bad for me. And the shivs, like the 1 Ninja Scroll shiv that I already have, isn't that good for me either. I just don't really benefit enough from it to consider it of value. That's really unfortunate that we weren't able to play the Echo Form in that turn. The majority of our deck just passes by. And we're not going to be able to perfect this fight either. Ouch. Eventually, those frontliners are just going to die. I'll play enough blinds that will happen. So I'm not really going to worry about doing that manually. I just need to remind myself to play the reinforced body whenever it comes up. Awesome. God, one Noxious Fumes game. Just one. It's not even that much to ask. Alright. There's the double reinforced body as well as weaken everyone. It doesn't even have to be... Okay, hang on. No, it does have to be upgraded. Please give me an upgraded version of it. It's going to be rough for me to upgrade it manually. Okay. It's always interesting to be able to completely ignore basically everything the enemies are doing. Barricade builds get like this quite quickly. One of the only other examples that immediately comes to mind. All I need is exactly one attack or one debuff. Alright. Debuff that back line, let him die. Hell yeah. Oh, it kept hitting against the armor. Thankfully, that doesn't really matter at all. We were still completely defended. Adrenaline. Has to be. Well, now it's Cursed Key. Alright, so this is basically just an X-Cost duplication build. It's, I've got to admit, for a diverse build, it's kind of boring. But hey, the way the cookie crumbled this time. Okay. Double up on that blind. Trying to spread the damage against the two exploders because they are both going to explode in this upcoming turn. Alright, I guess I'm actually just going to defend against that. So it's fine if they both explode. That's 30 damage each, but doesn't even really come close to me. Double up on that deadly poison. Skim to see if I can get back to it. Deep breathe to see if I can get back to it. Oh well. Not even necessary in the end. Deal 6 damage for each skill in your hand. Well, our hands are basically nothing but skills. Alright, I'm gonna take the curse. Or rather, not take the curse, because I don't get it. Continue again. Let's skim to see if we... Thank you. Can get exactly that card. Alright, now we're settled. The amount of energy that we can have coming into a fight when we've got an early Beautiful. When we've got an early adrenaline is really big. Okay. There's 3 elites on the left. Just got to take a bad path first. Okay. Roll, and a big ol' malaise. There's the Echo form I was thinking I was going to start out with. If I can bottled tornado that Echo form, I'd do it. Straight across. Beautiful. Alright, we'll double up on the skim and then just hit with the flechette. I mean, the flechette is okay. It's doing fine. Like, for some reason, I was thinking it was going to do, like, 100 damage. Which I realize now is not a fair assessment. Pay a hell of a lot for the red mask, sure. I think there is another question mark further up, and if there's even one chance that we'll instead manage to pick up a bunch of stuff from the shop, I have to hold on to that. Keep some block for the next turn, because it possibly doesn't decide to be so cute this turn. Double deadly poison or double flechette. That's actually what I was thinking. Echo form flechette is pretty good, but I would have to skim before I even really want to do that anyway, so I think there was a flaw in my plan no matter which way I did it. Alright. Hit him with that ridiculous amount of block. Catalyst. Catalyst would do well in this build. Only just thought about it, but definitely. Ugh. See, this is the problem. Giant pools of HP, I have nothing that I can really do. I just get to stand there and watch. Like, I can be unkillable if I want to be. But basically, so can my enemies. Alright. There's another 20. 22 incoming. Double up on the deadly poison. I should be using my attacks at the end of these, but I'm not playing enough cards for it to make a significant difference. Like, playing a bunch of cards before you neutralize might deal 1 more damage. Might. Okay. And also, doubling up my strike is probably dealing more damage than playing everything else and then playing a single strike. Potion belt, upon pickup, gain 2 potion slots, which I can't use because of Sozu. Yay. Second reinforced body, sure. Alright, that's really good. We're gonna take 2 damage here, but it's extremely likely. Wow! Never mind. I was about to say it's extremely likely that I get a reinforced body in this next hand because there's draw, and 2 copies of reinforced body. Oh, but that's fine. Well, we've got skim at least to guarantee that we get to it, but you're kidding me. They really wanted me to try and not get reinforced body there. Double up on this reinforced body. There we go. Now nothing can touch us. Finally. I don't even know why I bothered doubling up on that malaise. Basically, at this point, there's no reason that I should do anything except for throw all of my damage against the Flame Bruiser. Awesome. That'll do it. And the... I think the thing I find most frustrating about this build is how I can tell... Letter Opener is really good to double that. So we have a lot of cards to play. Hell of a lot of skills. Awesome. But the thing that frustrates me here is because I can see so many things in this build that would be cool in a different circumstance, but they're just not executed well in my build right now. Like, I pretty rigidly attached myself to an archetype pretty early on. I wanted poison, and I have exactly one poison card to show for it, unupgraded. So, you know, maybe not everything's going exactly as I'd hoped. I took Echo Form as a way to duplicate the one poison card that I have. Perhaps it could be going a little bit better. Okay, Pen Nib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. I'm really tempted to take Glacier. I mean, I'm just defending myself now. Double up on Meteor Strike. I mean, I can just naturally hard play a Meteor Strike right now. Sure, I'll take it. There's a shop on that right-hand side, but there's also a shop here on the left. What? You have to create or... Now I can hear you cry. Rhapsody, did you forget that every single time you hit the spiker, you take damage rather than every single time... rather than every single time you play an attack card? To which I will respond gladly, yeah. Yeah, that's what happens. Let's get that weaken on you. Basically, all of that is just foreplay to set up for... nothing that I can draw, apparently. The idea was that it was going to be setting up for Deadly Poison to kill. That's Deadly Poison. Well, we learned something important about diverse dailies that I didn't previously know. And that's that they're garbage. In terms of taking anything from the defect. So that's good to know. That's a fun little fact with which I am now equipped. Can double up on this malaise for a ridiculous amount. Yeah. And that'll do it. Not the kill, but it'll set me up for life. Alright, I'm not going to skim because I don't want to draw into the sadistic nature that is already played. I guess it was also good that I didn't draw into the poison. Because I want to be able to duplicate those. Alright, we'll double up the deadly poison rather than reinforced body here. I think now we're basically just playing reinforced bodies while we wait for the enemy to die. Oh. Okay, we might be able to kill this turn. It depends on... Yep, I was about to say, it depends on whether or not we draw Flechette, which we did. Beautiful. Tingsha, whenever you discard a card during your turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy for each card discarded. Do I take an upgraded Nightmare? It's a way to make all of my deck basically one card. What card would I make it? You know what? I'm just going to take it for fun. Whetstone, upon pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks. Well, now we're going to have to remove the normality, unfortunately. You're kidding me, right? Because everything here is a thing that I wanted. After image. Enlightenment would actually be really good if I had it with Echo Form or Meteor Strike, but I never really want to play Meteor Strike. It does nothing for me. And Echo Form is played once in a match. Gonna take all of them, I guess. Then rest directly for the boss. Yep. Basically, the whole battle was, will I or will I not get Echo Form early? That was it. And now that we've gotten it, well, we've got our answer. I was going to try and have Nightmare hit the... Oh. Alright, we're not taking damage in this fight yet. That's a lot of adrenaline. It's possibly too much adrenaline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Malex. Yep, that seems pretty good. Alright, I'm going to try and play out enough cards here to end the turn, so that now I'm unlimited. Yeah, that's right. We're now back on our bullshit. Play a neutralize. Another reinforced body. Don't mind if I do. We just have so little way to translate this into damage. Oh, this is really painful. This fight is going to take a very long period of time. This is the official Time Eater. I think I should just split my turns up to make it easier on my brain. But I think I should basically just split my turns up into turns where I defend and turns where I attack. If I have reinforced body, it is a defensive turn. If I have anything else, it should be an attack turn. Because if I have to spend this entire time thinking, that's just gonna kill me. There we go. 353. We can just stack it as high as we want. There's no limit here. Alright, you're below half HP. So now my goal is basically play as many cards as I can this turn. So that my timer is reset. Oh, you actually purged all of your debuffs. I didn't think you purged your strength debuffs there, but apparently you do. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna hold on to this pen nib. The goal being to play it when I have a hand as well as Flechette. Fine. I'll do it with Meteor. Meteor is basically the biggest amount of damage I have in my deck, and it provides nothing of benefit to me outside of that. It is insane how little impact Meteor can have. This Meteor would have been entirely incapable of wiping out the dinosaurs. It would have been a tickle. A breeze. Alright. There we go. 52 minutes later. And a hell of a lot of complaining. And the enemy has finally deceased. We are going to have no score whatsoever. Yeah, 885. That's not even going to be in the top 2,000. That's going to be garbage. And deservedly so. I don't even know if I want to check. Oh, good. Slay the Spire actually has crashed, which is going to save me from checking. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you as we continue the ascension next time.